Hello, this is Phil from UnderCage.com. Welcome back. Today we got Xperia T2 Ultra. So the Ultra is a naming that is given to the devices that have display that may be too big. So this guy here, 2T Ultra, has 6-inch of a IPS display, coming with the 720p resolution, which is not exactly impressive, considering its price range is kind of acceptable. Other things that it has is 13 megapixel camera, Snapdragon 400, 1.4 GHz of quad-core processor, a GB of RAM, and the HDR camera, and so on and so forth. So let's open this guy up. Opening up from the back of the package gives us the phone itself. Whoa. The handset, the list of manuals, and there's a micro USB cable on the left half of the box, and on the right half of the box is filled with the charger, coming at the output of 0.85 milliamps. That's 850 milliamps, and the headphones. That's pretty much it. Nothing impressive or surprising in the box. What's surprising is, though, is the size of the phone. So this is a 6-incher. We've seen a lot of big phones recently, and surprisingly enough, this doesn't even feel that big anymore. This is a 6-incher. Coming from the top, it's got a receiver, front-facing camera, Sony logo, and the 6 inches of a 720p IPS display. That's a triluminous display. It's a Sony original. No keys on the bottom. All the keys are built in as a soft key. On the right is a power key, volume rocker with the camera shutter key there. And the SIM card slot right there that you can pull out to access your SIM tray, and the 3.5 millimeters of headphone jack. Nothing on the top. On the left is a micro USB port and the micro SD card slot right there, expandable, and nothing on the bottom. On the back is a 13 megapixel camera. Let's peel this off. On the back is a 13 megapixel camera with the NFC right there, Sony logo, and the very reflective back. It seems like it's gonna catch your fingerprint like crazy, and it does. And the speaker grill right there with the Xperia naming on the back. That's pretty much it. Let's peel this off on the front as well. What's inside is not so impressive. Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor, 1 GHz of RAM, 1 GB of RAM, and what is impressive though is 3,000 milliamps of the battery built inside. Although it's got a big screen, since what's inside the system isn't exactly power consuming, it is reported that the battery life with the T2 Ultra is very impressive. Let's compare the size for now. This is a Galaxy S4. This is nowhere to the small phone. This is a 5-incher. And there is a Galaxy Note 3. That's a 5.7-incher. Coming at the G Pro 2 to the 5.9-incher. And what stands in between is the Xperia Z2 coming at a 5.2 inches. So you can see from 5.2, 5.7, 5.6 to the 5.9 inches right there. This is how big of the phone is. You can surely get the basic glimpse of the size. Let's turn this guy on. While it boots up, it doesn't have that usual waterproof, dustproof functionality that most of the flagship Xperia does, because this is a lower class phone, and at its price range, Sony must have had a hard time getting it into the that kind of advanced function into this kind of price range. And it doesn't have that latest version of the software either. It comes with the Android 4.3, but it's guaranteed to get an update to Android KitKat, so don't be worried. Done, 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 done. And here we are. Let's get into settings and brighten this guy up. Display, brightness. There we go. So this is how bright it is. And it's got an Android 4.3, as I mentioned, and an update coming soon. So it seems like the 720p display is doing quite well, even with the size of a 6-inch of the massive size of the display. I don't see any pixels crunching around my eyes. It looks just fine. We'll have to see, take a look, and the viewing angle seems just fine. We'll have to take a look, and we'll get back with the in-depth review of the Xperia T2 Ultra. So that was Xperia T2 Ultra. Don't forget to tap on here to subscribe to our channel, and thank you always for watching. We'll come back with the more detailed review of this guy. Thanks.